The following data is compliments of Broken Bone Productions. The data that we are going to be discussing first is Coke drinkers by weight. Our hypothesis for this was that people who weigh more will have a smaller change in heart rate after drinking Coke than people who weigh less. First, we separated the data into only Coke drinkers. Then we divided people into two different weight classes. The first one being 0 through 129 pounds. The second being 130 through 260 pounds. Our data here shows that our hypothesis was wrong. Our lower weight class has only a 8 beats per minute change in heart rate versus the higher weight class, which shows a 12 beats per minute change in heart rate. We feel that the data is not detailed enough to provide an accurate conclusion to prove our hypothesis to be wrong or right. For several reasons, but primarily we believe it may be due to the different amounts of consumption and how regularly someone may consume Coke. Our next hypothesis, and for our second hypothesis, we analyzed heart rate versus exercise. We divided the data into people who exercise regularly versus people who do not exercise regularly. People who do not exercise regularly were put into a group that measures 0 to 2 hours of exercise per week. The second group of people who exercise regularly was put into a group measured 3 to 12 hours per week. 0 to 2 hours, these people who do not exercise regularly, was cleverly colored blue to measure, to show low oxygen content. The 3 to 12 hour group, which is the group that exercises regularly, is also cleverly shown as red, meaning high oxygen, in light of the recent events of the cardiovascular system. So, as you can see, in the group that does not exercise regularly, the change in heart rate is greater, which is about 41.5 beats per minute, compared to the group that does exercise regularly, having only a change of 37.5 beats per minute. So, in conclusion, our data correctly supports our hypothesis that people who exercise regularly will have a lower heart rate change while riding a bicycle than people who do not exercise regularly. We believe that this is primarily because the heart is stronger and used to moving and pumping the blood around quicker in the body. This film has been brought to you by Broken Bone Productions.